problems you guys might have had last year. There's this theory kicking around that, Baker might be better off without Odell. Why is that a flawed argument?
Well, one, I think it's just completely insensitive to a guy that just tore his ACL. So I'm not even going to comment on it. You never want to lose guys, and that's where I'm going to leave that one.
Thanks, Baker.
Thank you, Tom. Mary Kay Cabot, you're up next.
Yeah, Baker, first of all, how did it feel to win AFC Offensive Player of the Week, after you had a little bit of a rough and I think maybe emotional week? So to come up with that kind of award after that kind of a game, how did that feel for you?
I've always thought, individual accolades are a representation of the team and especially the offense. So that one goes for everybody making the big plays and what was necessary for us to win.
And then just also, do you guys feel like you, if it doesn't turn out that you can go find another receiver anywhere, with all the guys that you've been working with, do you feel like you have everything that you need to get the job done the way that you want to?
Yeah, like I said, you don't want to lose guys. That's not fun, but we believe in the guys that we have. That's why they're here. So we're going to expect them to step up and do what they're capable of. Nothing more, nothing less. Just to go out there and do their job.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mary Kay. Scott Pedrick has our next question.
Hey, Baker, it seems like Odell is such a focal point of defenses. How do you think they will change without him on the field?
Yeah, you see a lot of cloud coverage, them rolling a safety over the top to his side. So we just have to be able to adjust and adapt. Just like a game plan, you might have something planned and then they come out and show a different look. You got to be able to adjust on the fly. So we'll see what happens. But until then, I can't predict it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Next up is Zach Jackson.
Hey, Baker, whether it's, going all the way back to your rookie training camp or prior games and prior systems, what is the value to you of just prior reps with guys like Higgins and Njoku when they get called upon and you have that trust in those guys?
Yeah, there's something for chemistry. You build off reps and experience, seeing the body language in and out of routes. And obviously when you get more reps, you talk through certain things with guys. So, it might not have been a good play, but you can always learn from it. And so there's just that experience that dates back, like you said, that I think is helping.
Thanks, Zach. Nate Orr, we'll go to you.
Hey, Baker. Now that you've had a chance to look back at everything, I just was wondering, what did you think of the Higgins catch, and where does it kind of rank, especially in the moment?
Yeah.
For some of the plays that you guys have been able to make this year?
That one's definitely at the top of the list. The freeze frame picture of him fully extended, catching that, high pointing the ball, that's a special play. And that's one of those, like opportunity balls, just give the guys a chance. And he made an incredible play in one-on-one coverage. They wanted to bring blitz zero, so, had a chance to protect it up and throw the ball downfield. So good play call and good execution by Higgy.
And then, with him being a healthy scratch a couple times, earlier this season, and then, what he's been through here, kind of up and down with opportunities. How happy are you for him that he's been able to stick to it and that now he's going to be able to get the chance to kind of show he's capable of some of the things that he was able to do for you guys Sunday?
Yeah, obviously circumstances, you never want it to happen as to why he's going in, but happy for Richard in the sense, he's been patient. He stuck to it. He's still been working, so now he's got a chance to go out and prove, himself right to everybody else.
Dare Ryder, you're up.
Hey, Baker, I wanted to ask about Donovan Peoples-Jones. You having the confidence to go to him in such a critical situation, and then also just what have you seen from him that makes you feel like he's ready to maybe take that next step and assume some of that burden within this offensive system?
I think for me, it started when some of those guys came down to Austin to get routes, get reps and stuff like that. He's been locked in on terminology and learning the offense a lot quicker than most rookie receivers would be in terms of learning the pace of that. So, he's all about his work, all about his business. And I said it after the game. I missed him on a go ball shot on a third down where they lined up off sides, and I told him I was going to come back to him, and it just so happened to be that circumstance. So I mean, I trust those guys no matter who it is, and to be where they're supposed to be. And he made an incredible play.
And when you're hot like you got Sunday, you complete 21 straight passes. Would have been 22 if you didn't have to clock it. But are you a believer in momentum within a game? Can you feel yourself hot at any given moment?
Yeah, I mean, you sense those moments when you're feeling it. You're putting the ball in the right place. You're going through your reads. You just, your field of vision slows down, and you're just executing well. But that's also for everybody else in the field doing a job for us to be able to do that. And so that's an offense clicking and everybody doing their job.
Jay Trotter, you have our next question.
Yeah. Hey, Baker, you called the speculation out there that you might be better off as a quarterback without Odell and Sensitive. But you did play well as a rookie before the trade. You played incredibly well Sunday after the injury. Does that all that give you confidence you guys can still get to where you want to go offensively without Odell, even though he's such a dynamic playmaker?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just awful to lose a guy like that. And, we believe we have a great team. And so that's why we're going to ask these guys to step in and multiple guys to try and fill that void. We still going to lean on this running game. We're still going to lean on this play action and trust these guys to make the one-on-one plays when they're there. So without him, there might not be as many one-on-one opportunities, but that means we just have to be more efficient in the zone coverages and things like that to make those plays.
Does not having him out there change your approach in any way? I mean, I know it's like you've said before, it's tempting when he's got one-on-one to give him a chance. You now may be more apt to go through progressions instead of taking some opportunities because of what he can do with the ball, which we've all seen.
Yeah, I would say not just because, we don't have him, but teams are going to play us differently, like we hit on earlier. So I think it's about, just understanding the looks we're getting and going through our offense based on the looks and just efficiently working through that.
Thanks, Jake. Marla Ridenauer, you're up.
Yeah, Baker, when you were talking about making adjustments, how do you feel this coaching staff and you and the quarterbacks? I mean, how is this process? I know it's early in the season kind of to know, but, do they allow you guys to make suggestions? Do you feel like you guys will be able to come up with a way to cope without Odell just as a group?
Yeah, I mean, this is a savvy group that we have here. We're going to do whatever it takes to win. And so however that comes, however we adapt and adjust, this is a group that's willing and able to adjust to basically anything in a year of uncertainty and a ton of adjustments. That we're capable of doing that, even though it's not what you want. We just have to do it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Marla. Scott Petrick, back to you.
Hey, Baker, how much confidence do you gain from a game like Sunday?
I mean, to me, that's what we expect to do efficiency-wise and finding those, matchups and executing. We know there's going to be a lot more ups and downs in games, but that's what we dealt with. So we expect to be able to adjust and go. And I wouldn't necessarily say that just builds a ton of confidence. It's just to us, that's the expectation. That's why, I had the comments after the Steelers game of how poorly we played. It reflects what we expect compared to what we produce.
And when you're watching film of the Raiders and they played Tom Brady and the Buccaneers last week, do you take anything away from Tom Brady, either not only against that defense, but just in general, watching maybe the greatest of all time?
Yeah, I mean, there's always stuff to learn. There's some good film to watch. They've played Patriots, Saints, Bucks, obviously, Bills. I mean, they played some good teams. So they're a good defense. And like you said, I think there's always stuff to learn from watching some of these guys go up against them.
Thanks.
Thanks, Scott. We'll go to Didi Kinkabwala. We need to make this our last question. BJ Goodson is on deck.
Hi, Baker. I was talking to somebody who was in the stadium with you Sunday who said that you just